not working. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm just going to assume it's working until it tells me it's not again. And if it gives me that error again, I guess I'll investigate. But long story short, we are going to play a little bit more of this mono green whoop-ass deck. We played it a couple weeks ago. It seemed like it was pretty popular on YouTube. It was really fun. This is a bit of an updated build with some scrap heap scroungers in the sideboard. Okay, sweet, it is working. Somebody's talking in chat. Hey, Dreddy. I don't know if it's better or worse. I don't really just like having two Prey-Upons. I feel like we need, like, four-ish, like Prey-Upon, Ambuscate, Nature's Way type effects. But, I just wanted to run Venom's list. He has been having a lot of success with it lately, and I respect him as a player. So I wanted to give his list a try. I really do think we're going to need more removal in general, though. I believe this format, there's just like a lot of Winding Constrictors and stuff out there now, and you kind of can't unanswer those cards and still think you're going to win. But we'll give it a try. How's everything going for you, Dreddy? Still a little bit under the weather, so I have to apologize if my voice sounds weird or I accidentally call for something that I don't quite get to the mute button. I'm obviously going to try to, but I can't promise that I'll always get there. A pretty big difference in this list and the last list that I've tried was this list has the Jade Light Rangers, where in the past I've like kind of forced these Brontodons in the main deck. Brontodons are a pretty good blocker versus the mono red decks, while also being pretty relevant versus the GPG decks, but like neither of those decks have been super popular in our games. I'm not streaming Arena. I'm streaming MTGO. Do you not see MTGO? Let me ask in chat. I'm confused. Confused. Oh yeah, I was sick already, unfortunately. That was I just wanted to do like shorter things where I didn't have to concentrate as much. I've been in pretty poor health this week. I'm still feeling under the weather, but I figured we'd try to do at least one stream, which is one of the reasons I've not played a blue-white deck and we just loaded up an aggressive deck. I can totally understand people not wanting to watch Arena. I think it's fine. I think I like it more when it's actual, you know, got the full standard suite in it. But, you know, I can totally understand why people don't like it, or maybe they don't want to watch it. It's kind of interesting, though, that, like, Thunder Mode gets absurd viewers for it and just nobody ever wants to watch me play it. So I'm doing something wrong. I don't know what it is. Hey, Gua, what's up, man? Yeah, Mono Green's actually a pretty good deck. Like, it is definitely a solid deck. So our opponent looks like he's either playing like Sultai Snake or one of the... Okay, yeah, Sultai Snake. A Champion of the Wits, too. Kind of an interesting list. He's keeping the Champion of the Wits. That's kind of interesting. Alright, well, I'm certainly willing to put this thing in the red zone. See what happens. Yeah, I know he's built his viewer base, but like, I get less than 10. I guess I'm just jealous. I guess a pretty big disparaging number difference. If I don't hit a land this turn, I'm probably going to play the Ranger, but I really don't want to have to play the Ranger. Yeah, we didn't hit a land, so... Guess I should attack first. Maybe he's got Blossoming Defense or something. I guess I'm going to keep a 3-4 on top. Or sorry, another 4-5 on top. Hey, Hey, Bogart, what's up, man? Thank you for the nice words. Hey, Murph, welcome around as well. Alright, so the game's over. Next game. Physically can't beat that card from here, can we? What could we do to beat that card from here? Absolutely nothing? Guess I can do this. See if he'll trade. Alright. Well, we've got him to 5. Maybe there's some way we can draw this Ronus to steal us a win here, but I doubt it. Probably just going to cast the Harvester next turn and see if we can get him there in the sky. Problem is, like, anything he buys back can trade with the Still Leaf now, and I just don't have much else going on. So if he's got a Vraska's Contempt of any kind, I think it'll be really hard for us to get there. We'll play Ronus, we only get 1 activation. It's probably not going to be good enough. Guess I'm just going to play this one. In theory, this one's good enough on its own because of the Hashtag Oasis. But, you know, removal spells change that pretty easily. It's pretty likely for him to have a removal spell, too. Well, he didn't want either of the creatures. That Llanowar Elf wouldn't have been a bad pickup for him in that spot because he's going to have 1 leftover mana. And, like, building his mana up to where he can cast 2 Scarab Gods in a turn seems reasonable. He tapped 1 of his black mana. I think we're just going to go for it. If they have a Contempt, they have a Contempt, right? Don't believe we're going to play around them having a Contempt. Just going to lose if he has it. I guess we could have waited. I don't think we had enough time to try to find a land and a Blossoming Defense. If we had the land or the defense, maybe we would have took a draw step or 2. But without that, I just don't think there's any reason to. Alright, so what can we sideboard versus them? I don't think the games go long enough for Nissa's to matter. These may matter. Don't think these matter. Don't think these matter. If I had one or the other in my hand, like maybe we can like hold on a turn or 2 and try to go for it. But with not having either in our hand, I just don't think we have that many turns. So these are the only cards that I'm even considering. And I don't think any of them are particularly good. Maybe the Prey Upon's fine. I don't like Heart of Kieran too much in a match like this. I don't think I want Deathcore Scavenger. I think there's just too many things that are going to be going to graveyards. Writing myself some notes for things to do after stream. Let's see. I keep. But you don't have disallows yet? You've been playing blue-white forever. How do you not have disallows? Also, while we're on the subject of cards, did you get out of your Scarab Gods at the right time? Rip. Well, our hand was great. Now we have to hit a land. Wow. He kept on one lander. That's crazy to me. I guess he did mulligan. I don't think you should be local dope. I don't think that deck's that good. I guess I just don't want that right now. I really just want another land. Hey, Blade Ogre. What the hell? Didn't think it was time for your resub. So 6 at 18.2? Yeah. You got it out at a pretty good time then, I guess. Hey, John Tyler. I think I just heard a really weird noise in my house, so I'm going to have to go investigate. I think I'm going to play this one. He also lost to a mono-red player who sideboarded poorly. Like, its bad matches didn't get better. It still just beats all the, like, little random green decks and stuff. But its bad matches never really improved. That's this big problem. It's still just bad versus the aggro decks. Play this. We have a Blossoming Defense up. He never played a third land, so we're like easily going to win this game. There's not a lot he can do. And I have to take a quick AFK because I heard a weird noise in my house. And I have returned. I don't know what that weird noise was. Well, I mean, I know what I was told it was, but I don't know if I believe them. Alright, we're just going to run it back. I don't see any changes from the play to the draw. What do I think is good versus mono green? Blue-white decks. Blue-white decks crush mono green. It's definitely my grandparents' house, but it'll be mine someday. I outlived them all. Oath plus Teferi? Well, we're going to die this game. Kept a medium draw, and we proceeded to blank 2 in a row. I think Green-Black Constrictor can never beat Blue-White in a million years. I do think Sultai Constrictor's okay versus Blue-White. And I think the splash is free enough that I don't understand why people aren't trying it. Anyway, so this draw was quite, like I said, quite miserable. I could. They're really owed though, so I like my odds. Just don't think we're going to beat an active glint. Our opponent didn't even have a particularly good hand, but we had a really awful hand. I think it's free enough. It's like not completely free, but it's pretty free. It's what I won my PPTQ with. Like I was pretty fine with the mana the whole time. That seems odd to me. I don't know why that resilient Kenry even mattered. There 100% should not be Ofa Teferi in that deck. 100%. Yeah, I guess I'm just going to get blown out. I don't have anything going on, so... Can't just sit here and get killed by this. So if he's got a removal spell, he's got a removal spell and we just die. I'm fine with that. Alright, so he has a removal spell and we're done. Then what you're saying makes no sense to me. This sounds pretty good. This is Venom's list that we're playing. I feel like it needs more Prey Upons or Nature's Ways or like Ambuscates. Or needs like more of that effect in the sideboard. But other than that, I like it. Cool. Is all of our opponent going to have their 1 to 2 of Fatal Pushes? Or, sorry, 2 to 3 of Fatal Pushes in their opening hands? To the graveyard you go. Sure would be nice if not everybody had that spell. Missing a land drop, so good chance this game's over. It sounds to me more like throwing a Teferi away than anything else. Well, he played an island, so this is supposed to be one of our good matches, but nothing's good when you can't play your spells. Guess I'm just going to play this. I don't care if he counterspells it. What does he have blue in his deck for? Like... It has to be counterspells, but it makes no sense to me that he's playing this card alongside counterspells. They don't really go together at all. I guess we're just dead then. Just assume he has nothing and see if we can blow him out. That's probably our only way to win. If he's got a removal spell or a counter spell, the game's over. Don't care. Hover over the concede button, get it out of the way if he has it. Sure. So he's splashing for blue cards, yet he has double white and double black spells in his deck. There's a reason he's 1-2, and you see what that is. Kind of want this card. I think cards like this are typically bad in matches like this. I don't like Heart of Cairns versus Fatal Push decks either. I guess I'll put this in my deck, though I don't know why. Yeah, I'll just play one of these. Keep. Have another strong hand. It's still a waste. Like, that's not something that you brag about, that's something you're sad about. Guess I'll get rid of that. Definitely keep that. It's a Glenny boy. Opponent's mana screwed. Well, not mana screwed, but... Could have a contempt for this, but that's not even that bad for us. I wonder if I'm supposed to ultimate this if it survives. Kinda want to, but it's probably bad. Alright, he's gonna attack it, I guess, so it doesn't matter anyway. So he's got to block something, or he's dead. Should block the 5. Yep. So he kind of needs settled wreckage now, or he probably is just dead. Probably. I mean, he could have other plays. He did not. To change anything or not to change anything? I actually think Thrashing Brontodons are kind of good. Probably should have had them in for game 2. Maybe this match isn't as grindy as I think it is. They seem like they're playing the black-white deck with just random blue spells, so that's what I'm going to pretend that they're playing. I'm just going to sideboard like this then. Strong hand. Stronger hand. Thank you, Eric Hawkins, for the auto host. I assume you're asleep right now, but still appreciative. Still happy, thank you. Turn 2, 5, 4. An elf with a spear or a lance or something riding on a beastly thing. Let us play a second of you. Target creature I control. Fight that thing. That way he doesn't get to draw a card. And bash. Hey, Nick. What's up, man? How did your winter box go tonight? Hope it went very well. I think I'm supposed to block, but I can't see any reason why I would. Pretty sure I'm supposed to block there. What'd you play? Sure. So I can play this and this or something, but... Yeah, I think I'd rather just play two things. Which means I shouldn't have played my land, that was a mistake. I don't think I actually want that. Yeah, I shouldn't have played my land there, I don't think. Rip. It's pretty good here. Huh. Guess we're just gonna pass. Does this thing say power 2 or less? You have to have something, right? Hmm. There's a good chance he's got another seal away. Interesting block. Need to draw like a Sky Sovereign or something. Yeah. That makes more sense as a block. Don't care if he's got a Fumigate or something. We can at least start buying the Scrap Heap Scroungers back, though it would suck if he has a land and a Lyra. That's not a land and a Lyra. It is still staying alive, though. Guess I'll keep that. So he drops to 1 here. So even if he has Lyra now, he's dead. Not sure why he put blue in his deck, but that's fine. If you are going to put blue in your deck, I don't know why it syncopates the cards you play. Oh boy, we got Stellanor Elf again. Certainly keeping Stellanor Elf hand. Boo, opponent has a Llanowar Elf too. Oh no, not a Llanowar Elf. Opponent has a bad magic card. That's always fun. I feel like this match is pretty favored for the mono green decks, but if they ever go just like turn 2 Snake and you can't answer it, you're in really rough shape. There's just no chance he blocks, so I'm just going to go ahead and play things so I can press F6. It's really super. It's not good enough versus these type of decks, though, which is why I feel like I should have more removal spells in my sideboard. But maybe it will be. Who knows? His hand can be kind of weak. I wonder if I'm ever supposed to play Jade Light Ranger there. I doubt it, but maybe. That card's not very good, so... Or not very good in this spot. I mean, obviously, it's a fine card. There's Sir Choops. Let's see if we hit with this one. And we did not. So, how badly do we want to attack this turn? Probably not badly enough. Definitely put that on top twice. A, we want the card, and B, it lets this thing attack. It got lucky and won the team event, so all of a sudden people think it's good again. Which, I mean, it's fine if everybody's going to be playing, like, other bad mid-range green decks. But it's good versus the black-white decks and, like, a lot of the Hardakiran decks and things. But if people are going to play, like, blue-white or go-wide strategies and stuff, it's fine versus the go-wide strategies, but, like, it's not right home. I don't know why they're playing it. Like, I think it's just worse than Sultai Snake. It makes no sense to me. Like, if you're going to play it, you should at least play Sultai Snake. Everybody thinks Chupacabra is good right now when Chupacabra is bad in every single match that your opponent doesn't have a basic forest in their deck. And, like, I'm pretty sure besides the mono green deck that all of the basic forest decks are, like, kind of medium. So, not actually sure why they play this stuff. Let's go ahead and try to kill the Glint first. Guess that's their way of saying they have a Vraska's Contempt. I think most of these are playing like 2 of that card, so... Think I'm going to attack with both of these. If he trades with the Jade Light Ranger, I'm not upset about that. It doesn't. I don't understand why people like it. And like this card right here is just atrocious. Anybody that's played with it for just a little while that's not delusional realizes this card's bad. So a lot of it just doesn't make sense to me. But like the deck's fine. Like I said, there's like a lot of bad green decks in the format, and it's fine versus all the bad green decks. It's fine versus a lot of the Heart-of-Kiran. It's fine versus most of the Heart-of-Kiran decks. It's fine versus a lot of the token decks. So like, it's not a terrible deck in the format. It's just I don't think any of these decks that I just mentioned are very good. I think it's going to take the Grand Prix and maybe even the Pro Tour to like flesh out the format, and I think people are just going to play whatever they want until then. And then they're all going to realize that they should just be playing a red aggressive deck or a GPG deck. And then people are going to try to figure out how to beat the red aggressive decks and the GPG decks. That is my bold predictions that mean absolutely nothing. I have no clue what opponent's considering playing here. It's a good chance that I should have killed Rishkar last turn. This stream is lacking local dope. Problem is, if he doesn't kill the Sky Sovereign this turn, he's just dead. But he doesn't know that. He does not know that Ronus is going to come down and do Ronus things. So he's trying to cast a Walking Ballista for 3. Not really put a whole lot of thought into it. Like, in my mind, I feel like we should just be playing a GPG deck, probably in the blue-white slot. And then we should probably be playing like a mono-green whoop-ass deck and like either a mono-red deck or a red-black aggro deck, depending on whether we use Heart of Kiran's or whether we want to use Heart of Kiran's or not. But like, in my mind, I'm still just confident that God Pharaoh's Gift's the best deck in the format. Alright, so we win. Opponent couldn't know we won though, so boom. Alright. So what do I want versus snake decks? I want these and I want these. Guess I don't want these as much. And I don't want Heart of Kiran's as much. I guess that's what we're going to go with. I think blue-red GPG is okay. I think blue-white's a better deck. I think blue-red has more free wins. I think blue-white is a better deck. I honestly think anybody that's considering playing Teferi in their RPTQ list just probably doesn't understand Magic. I like when I make big, bold-ass claims like that, because I have to imagine that that the people that are playing Teferi are like probably in the majority. Like, I would consider the statement I just made probably a hot take even. Don't like throwing that away for that. No, don't hate Heroic Intervention at all. I don't think Heroic Intervention is particularly good. Basically because of the mana Guo. And Teferi is a cool card. We're not denying that, but cool cards does not necessarily mean good cards. I attack you with my elf. Would you like to trade your merfolk for it? Ha! Suck it. Oh no, you killed my bad card. If that's as good as a Ravenous Chupacabra ever gets, I feel pretty darn solid about it. Our hands are atrocious this game, though. Our opponent is playing very slow right now for some reason. Yeah, that would be my impression, that the blue-white decks are very popular. But I just don't think the blue-white decks are good. I think basically every deck with a Heart of Kirin's a favorite versus them. I think blue-black's a favorite versus them. I think Sultai Snake's a favorite versus them. I think all the red decks are a favorite versus them. Like, it's just like it never got better. That's my big concern, is like the blue-white decks got a better card into Fairy, but they didn't get better matchups across the board. I have no idea why it did so well week 1, but if you notice on week 2, it got smashed. Like, it wasn't close to good week 2. He's got a Blossoming Defense, this would suck. But other than that, I'm very happy to trade. I think red decks are definitely a favorite. I don't even think that's arguable. Let's go look at the results here. I don't think Lyra changes that much. So there's 2 blue-white control decks in the top 16. And then in the and that was last week. And then in the classic, there is a bunch in the top 16, but only 2 in the top 8. Or sorry, only 1 in the top 8. It just doesn't seem that good. I think historic decks might be where they want to go. I have not played the Favorable Winds deck, but I've watched my little homie Hodge play it quite a bit. It looks pretty good, but I don't think it's tier 1 or anything. I think it's one of those decks that seem decent at the moment when everybody's playing everything, but I think it'll get exposed at some point. I just don't believe that. I don't believe that at all, Murph. I believe post-board I'm a massive favorite with a red deck versus the blue-white decks. I mean, they literally gained nothing post-board. they actually gained nothing post-board, so... I mean, I'm not dead here, am I? Unless my math's wrong. Then again, I guess I'm not doing anything to them. So I guess they have to pop this away. Pretty opinionated. Hey, Don, thanks for the 5 bits, man. Cute little puppy, too. Big fan of a cute little puppy. Oh, God, that's so good for me. I think I'm still just dead, right? But, like, that was really good for me. Would you like to take a million, opponent? Oh, God. He's going to kill this? That's so good for me, too. Opponent. Boom. Alright, maybe we're not dead. Maybe they have to hit something. Go, Everspear Harvester. Do your dirty deeds. Really? You left Sir Choops back this time? I'll eat the Frashy. What do we draw? That's kind of cool. So I guess I want to buy this back now. I thought I tapped black, but apparently I didn't. Get rid of Frashy again. No, if he's got a removal spell, he's not dead on board, which is why I'm not just pumping both and going. Pretty content just pumping one then, since he could have a removal spell. And forcing him to, like, not chump or whatever, but you know. You could just have a contempt here. Not sure what that's doing. Maybe he's got a... Alright, not sure what that's doing. It keeps track of last known information, so I'm not sure what opponent's doing there. Alright. But that's fine. I wouldn't have made that play if it didn't work like that. That's why I said I'm not sure what opponent's doing. For those of you who don't know, like, the Resilient Kenra still gives this thing its power. Yeah, Harvester's like, I don't know, 10 plus bucks on Moto or something right now. And that's because it's good versus all of these like little random green decks and stuff. It's good versus the red decks and things. I think blue-white might end up being a fine deck, but I've got a feeling that it's either going to be heroic or like 10 cards different than what I've been testing. Like 10 plus cards different than what I've been testing. And I don't know what those 10 cards are. Like, I don't know how to make it better, so I've just kind of given up on it until I see the Grand Prix lists or the Pro Tour lists. Maybe they'll figure it out for me. But in its current state, I don't think it's particularly good. Well, this hand is trash. We have finally found Sir Chomps, though. Black Splash is pretty good. Like, the Scrappy Scrounger was insane that game. I'm going to go ahead and keep that because that card's just generically good versus so many decks right now. I think the Black Splash is really good. And I think it's close enough to being free that it's fine. That would probably be my default 3 as a start. But again, I've not tested or anything, so like, just because that's where I would want to start doesn't mean that's close to even where I should be. Also feel like it's kind of insane to just not be playing History of Benali. I personally think, and this is another hot take, I think History of Benali is the best card in Standard that has a power and toughness attached to it. I feel like this card right here is the best card in Standard that has that power and toughness attached to it. There's another quick hot take for you. I like spitting out these hot takes that just have probably no relevance. Yeah, but the mana's going to be bad. There's just no way the mana's not atrocious if you're talking about a deck like that. I think I'm actually going to keep this. There's just no way to make that mana goods the problem. I mean, there's a PPTQ this weekend, and then you have an SCG Classic next weekend you can even go to. You got plenty of things to play. Oh, okay, well, so we're just dead. This game's over? I feel like our draw was theoretically better than our opponents, but he just drew history and it didn't matter. This card is this good. Hopefully they don't have a removal spell so we can continue playing. Boom. It's not getting any better for us. Maybe we can draw our 12-12. That's not a 12-12. Next. Because they have like a bunch of fatal push type effects and a bunch of cast outs and a bunch of Fopter arrest, I'm afraid I don't get to crew it again if I don't get it off the table then. I could be wrong, but like I just feel like they have so many different ways to stop me from ever getting a crew again. Like the Heart of Kirin takes up 2 creatures a turn. So like next turn, so say I trade the Branch Walker, and next turn I just draw, say something arbitrary enough as like another Branch Walker. Like, it may not be able to crew the Heart of Kirin, though the Scrap Heap Scrounger always will. But more importantly, like it just takes up 2 creatures. And I have to start attacking back, so I'm hoping to attack with the Scrap Heap Scrounger this turn and being able to block 2 things on the next turn. It's kind of where I'm hoping. It's probably wrong. I don't know. I think these are good here. Again, I always take out Heart of Kirin versus these decks with Fatal Pushes because I don't think they're particularly good, but maybe that's wrong as well. Hey Heath, thanks for the sub, bub. I kind of just want to take out these, but they're so good. He doesn't have a whole lot of ways to get our stuff off the table. He's a Walking Ballista deck. We're just going to dump the 3 drops. Yeah, Heath is the hero that we all deserve. How's your Pro Tour testing going? Don't have to give us any details out, but are you feeling pretty comfortable in your testing? Don't tell us about the decks or anything, but keep that shit under wraps, yo. It has. They're specifically changed it, and they threw the game days at the end of the sets to quote unquote keep up the hype and things. I don't know that any of that was needed, but I actually think it damages the product more than it helps it. But wish they would take it back. All right. Well, we're going to have to hit a Greenland. Miserable so far. Fair enough. Wait a second. Did we get another sub earlier? Why does it say there was only one? Confident we got another one earlier. Yeah, we did. That's weird. Maybe because it's past midnight now it doesn't count it? I don't know. Land. Thank you, deck. I like soft standards. I also like soft standards. It's just a type of brother. I don't know. Big words. It's just a type of fellow I am. Well, this Resilient Kinder is going to be sweet. There's a standard Grand Prix this weekend, so maybe maybe it'll get a little closer to being solved. Blue white gift. Blue white gift. Why are people not playing gift? How is that deck not good? That deck has to be good. Tapping 4 mana? Oh, a history with a colorless floating? That's weird. Why did you just randomly float a colorless? Does anybody else think that was weird besides me? Boom. I attack you for a lot. Don't care if you trade this for this, you're still taking half your life total and having to deal with a 12/12 next turn. You're not even going to bluff Settled Wreckage, which is sweet, because that is the type of spell I play around with. At least we get day 2, though. I did not see that, and that's actually pretty sweet. I think Voice of Plenty is an underutilized card. Change anything from the play to the sideboard in this match. Some of the times they have Fumigate in their deck. But I just don't think I care. Yeah, I don't think I care. Yeah, I think it's Sunday only coverage. It's a double Grand Prix, and they're going to do day 1 and 2 of Legacy, and then I think they're going to do day 2 of the other format. Alright, well, we have to mulligan. And we have to keep, even though this hand is horrendous. Can't really mulligan to 5. So we're probably about to drop to 2 and 2 in this league. I don't feel like we've really got to play the matches we lost either. Well, apparently I'm not in my second main phase. Because our opponent just wants to sit here in my draw step for some reason. Might play another league with this deck tonight. Kinda like this deck, but I don't know how good it is. I wish they would. I wish they'd show us both days of the standard, but gotta hide that standard info, man. You can't let everybody know what's happening before the Pro Tour. I'm surprised that they're even going to show us a day of it. We're just lucky. I'm not lagging or anything, so I guess it was them. Land, homie? At least we can play it. So this is the biggest complaint about the black-white deck. People say the fact that you can so often play Heart of Kiran into History of Banala that it's just a bad deck. I think people are out of their mind. Don't think that makes it a bad deck at all. In 2 PPTQs this weekend, man. Land? Not a land. Alright, well, probably not winning then. We mulliganed, and we will not play our spells. Ready? I do not play those lists very good at all. Like, that's one of the things I play the worst. Just notice this sideboard doesn't have an answer to, doesn't have any plummets or crushing things or whatever to beat Lyra's, which is kind of weird. I think I'm just going to attack. Assume they have a Silhouette or a removal spell or something. I'm not going to try to block because they have too many ways to just get rid of the Harvester. I'm only going to try to block on a turn that we have Blossoming Defense. I think Matt Folk's insane. He's like obviously a clearly good player, but he's obsessed with the card Karn, and I still haven't quite figured out why or how. Like, Karn's not that good. It's definitely not that good in that deck, in my opinion. Would love to get an untapped land right now. I think it would increase our odds pretty highly. Oh, well, he's got Fragmentize. Never mind. JK. We're probably just dead then. I think I missed an attack last turn too. I just wasn't paying attention. Should have attacked with one of these Scroungers last turn, but I wasn't paying attention. If I'd attacked with one of the Scroungers last turn, I would have had a lot better chance this turn, I think. Oh. I guess we're just dead then? Maybe we're not. Maybe we can attack with enough. So we need to make him block with a lot of things, right? I think this is about the best chance we've got. So we're going to gain 5 life this turn, probably. And if we do, that means we're probably not dead next turn. Assuming he blocks with either of these. Alright, we're just going to go for the kill because I think we're dead if he has a removal spell. No, he's got it, so that's game. I think we were dead if he had the removal spell no matter what. So I don't think there was any reason to play around it. And the odds of him having a second Fatal Push are exceptionally low because these decks typically play between 2 and 3 max. I just don't think we were going to win a game that far behind if we couldn't kill him that turn. So, like, I knew it was a risk before we tried it. It's the second time that we've gone for that, like, you know, risky play and they've had the removal tonight. But, you know, when we're mulliganing and not drawing lands and things like that, we don't really have that much of a choice. Hey! I remember that guy. That Curse Catcher guy used to play Magic. Thank you for the follow, that Curse Catcher guy. Or, sorry, for the sub. Highly appreciate it. The Brian G list I thought was super odd. Like, I believe a lot of the things he said, but I'm not positive about the pull from Tomorrow Tech. Hey, Alex, we're getting crushed today. We're getting our ass whooped. That's about it. Alright, well, we'll play first. Hey, cool, we don't have lands. I'm going to keep it anyway. I think the hand's strong enough to keep with one land. If they don't have a removal spell, we get to minimum play a Branch Walker, and that's kind of like a mulligan anyway. Rip. Well, we hit our land, so we feel Gucci now. Oh gosh, we hit all of our lands. I don't think you need other win conditions but Teferi. I actually think Teferi's that strong. I've got a strong feeling that like Gearhulk should just not be played in that deck, the same as it wasn't supposed to be played in Blue-White Approach and stuff. But people tell me I'm a maniac, so it's very reasonable that I'm just a maniac. Opponent missed a land drop. Attack you for 1,000,000. 1 Essence Scatter, 1 Negate. Wow. That's fair. It is a slow deck. Alright, well, our opponent had one of our type of draws. But the trick is, just play really fast. I guess we're going to get rid of these? I've got rid of these every match and just brought in these every match. I'm going to bring in these this match too, instead of these. I don't actually know what our opponent's playing. He just showed us mono black things, so I'm going to sideboard like he's mono black. And then I'm probably going to regret it because I can't think of any reason a mono black deck would play Heart of Kirin. I assume he's just like black white with a bad draw. Trick is, if I play so fast, they can't really play slow. I mean, I'm just going to kill all their lands like really fast. What can they do? They're going to sit there and stall? I'll call a judge on them every single time they take a friggin' breath. I think Syncopate's good, but I don't think it's good when there's Gearhulk in your deck, and I don't think it's good when you're playing infinite number of Settled Wreckage. It's like the 2 times that I don't think it's that good. Don't have it, homeboy. Homeboy didn't have it. So I was right. He was playing black-white. Should have stuck to our guns and sideboarded differently because, like I said, I couldn't think of why a mono black deck would have Heart of Kirin, but our hand's pretty strong. If they don't have an answer to this Still Leaf Champion, we're probably going to do mean things. Doing mean things is kind of cool too. I attack your face. Get attacked. Sweet. Oh wow, do they not have anything? They have to have something. This is just going to be the homie that gets to settle the wreckage on us, isn't it? I think I'm just going to keep attacking with one little bro then. I don't know what's going on here, but we'll find out. It's the best deck I've saw to put Karn in so far that isn't like the Herald of Anguish top decks. I'm going to attack you with our little bro. Don't know what's going on your side of the table, but that's fine. I assume you have something? Kinda just don't want to play this then. Little homie's gotta have something. Whether it be Settled Wreckage or whether he's saving for a Fumigate, I don't know what, but like he's gotta have something. There's just no way he doesn't have something. History doesn't do a whole lot. In fact, he's just dead on board. Alright, I'll take it back. Apparently, opponent didn't have anything. Do not play Magic. You're a filthy liar. Nobody believes you. You should have heard my commentary about that match. Hey, Captain. Captain, my Captain. Alright, Mono Green Whoop-Ass proceeded to acquire a pity chest. Our pity chest had bulk in it. Actually, Soulscar Mage might not quite be bulk. It might be like 10 cents or something. Let's go ahead and throw it in the sell you whenever I get bored enough to sell cards pile. I'm often too lazy to actually sell cards. Yep, that's the main objective that most people have to that deck. It's the main objective that people, or sorry, the main objection, not objective, the main objection people have to the black-white deck. Soulscar Mage is 3.5? Crazy. I should probably sell that sooner rather than later. Alright. I'm going to play a second league tonight. So, let's, if you're watching on YouTube, now's probably a good time to end the video because we're just going to be talking about what deck we're going to play next, and then there'll be a different video for that deck. But what does chat want me to play? Is there any specific thing chat wants me to play? If not, we're just going to run back Mono Green Whoop-Ass. Alright, we got 1 vote for Blue-White Gift. We got 1 vote for that sick Mardu list at 5-0. I'm not sure what that is. Got Mono Black Control. Alright, got some options. See, I had a... Let's pull that away. Elves. Alright. Mono Green. What decks did I pull up that I wanted to test? There's this green-white thing that I wanted to test with blue in it. There's Electrostatic Pummeler. I no longer want to test that. Somebody else saying Gift. More people saying Mono Green Whoop-Ass. Do you have your Esper list built? GPG with Voice of Plenty. I just do not know what that is. Do you have your Esper list somewhere that is easily turned into a deck? Let's go to Goldfish and see if we can find us a gift list. There's a Goblin gift list. I don't think people were suggesting Goblin gift. Here's a blue-white gift list. What's in it? Just has your standard fare, nothing special. What do you guys think about this blue-white gift list? Wait, I recognize this guy's name. We should look at his list instead. Or Fumigate? Alright, I'm in. Nobody else is quick enough to stop me. Get out of my deck, ugly negate. Nobody was fast enough to stop me. What is this? Auto black control with Dominaria. I think I've saw that list. Yes, this list looks like it has 0 Dominaria cards in it. Get that over here real quick. Is this a Reduke article? I saw this from a Japanese tournament. It won like a 70-person Japanese tournament. It looks like Reed's playing a few different cards. Rite of the Bezelok. The card didn't impress me in Limited. It's hard for me to imagine I'm going to like it in Standard. Alright, well, it doesn't seem like anybody's slowing me down, so go ahead and get all the cards for it. So we don't need that. We don't need that. Export. Gotta get our deck from Mana Traders real quick. I have not drafted this format. I want to. Well, I guess that's not true. I played one local draft and I thought my deck was good. And I proceeded to not win a match. Where's this deck at? Blue-white gift. What Dominaria card should go in a gift deck? Like, I wouldn't want Sillaway in this deck, would you? The heck is this? Lyra seems okay, but I don't know that you need another card to beat the mid-rangey green decks. I don't know that you need the Hexproof Angel either. It takes so much time to like get this ready. I should have done this off screen. I'm sure nobody wants to pay attention to this. Alright. Confirm. So we got that. Close that. Close this. Yeah, I'm still, it's kind of a bit of dead there. Let's see here. Blue-white gift day 1. Update the topic. Yeah, I need to check out those lists. I haven't checked out any lists or read any articles this week because I've been super sick the entire week. Posts on Twitter. So I've been talking about this deck enough. Let's see if it's actually any good. It only has 12 creatures in it. Fair enough. Alright, so I have to restart the stream. It should take less than a minute, and then we'll be right back. Sorry about that.